And we can look at the example of Christ, of how he had the victory, how he overcame evil, because he embraced his Father's will and desire for his life. And looking at this particular example of Christ overcoming evil in Matthew chapter 4, verse number 5, it says, "Then the devil took him up into the holy city, set him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said to him, 'If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down.'" And so we can clearly see how the devil wanted to influence Christ's behavior. And so the devil wants to influence the behavior of people. And people must be aware of the fact that he desires to influence your behavior. What caused Adam and Eve to fall is that they allowed their enemy, the devil, influence their behavior. They began to mess with things and do things that God clearly instructed them not to do, not to eat of. And what did they do? They behaved contrary to the will and the purpose of God for their life, and they experienced the fall. And so it is necessary for us to understand that evil desires to influence our behavior, but we must not allow it to. We can see this example of Christ, how he was able to stand against the evil that wanted to influence his life. And so we see this in Matthew chapter 4, verse 5. "Then the devil took him up into a holy city, set him on a pinnacle of the temple," says here in verse number 6, "and said unto him, 'If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, He will give his angels charge over you, and in their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone.' But the Lord said this to the enemy." He used his voice to overcome the evil behavior that the enemy wanted him to engage in. And Jesus said to him, "It is written again, you shall not tempt the Lord your God." And so he used the word of the Lord to have victory and to influence his behavior and to have victory over the enemy.